Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm so excited to be doing this live. I have a few people to invite here. Obviously, I can only bring one at a time on. I have some gentlemen joining me on my live today, and each one of them have impacted me in some way, shape, or form. And I'm doing this live so that the men who follow me understand that they can build a business like this. I think there's a lot of businesses out there that are predominantly women with the type of business I do. I mean, I'm not sure how many men are going to be selling makeup. Hi, everybody who's joining. Thank you. And so I feel like it's really important that I share other men's stories, other powerful men's stories that are going through this business, that have jobs, that enjoy what they do, but also really enjoy helping people change their lives in significant ways. So that's why I'm doing this live. Hi, John. Hi, Lori. Thanks for joining. So I'm really excited. Now I just have to do a quick like piece before I invite anybody on. This is why I love what I do. These men have impacted me in some way, shape, or form. And, you know, Jake, who's going to be joining me, I haven't completely met yet. I will very shortly. I will be meeting him. But, you know, someone else that's part of our nation has graciously opened up her home to us while we're traveling, and it's really phenomenal how when you join something like this, how people band together and treat you like family, even if you don't completely know them. And so I have experienced a lot of abundance in that manner, and it's amazing what happens when you start to meet other people that are part of a community or a part of a cause or a part of something, when you all have similar goals. So I'm really excited. So it looks like Jake is the first one on. So I'm just going to bring him on camera. There we go. And I'm really excited. Now Jake found me through a live I did recently. And hey, Jake, how are you?
Yo, you're right. Can you hear me? Can you see me all right?
I can hear you and I can see you. Yes.
Good. How's things?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for
Yeah.
this. I appreciate this.
Yeah, I appreciate it as well. So Jake is all the way over in the UK, and um he is he's got a great story. He's working really hard at moving through the company. And so Jake, can you just share a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Jake. I'm from England, Birmingham. 27 years old. I normal upbringing really. Just the average. Nothing too dramatic, anything like that. I didn't exactly go without anything as a child. I'm very grateful for that. My parents splitting up was a big thing for me. It sort of affected me at a difficult age, which made me really rethink life. You know, my parents had a lot of things to sort out themselves. So I was sort of had to like step out of my comfort zone, move schools, etc. And yeah, I just followed my dad's footsteps into a job working in a factory on 3 shifts. You know, because as we know, people follow people.
Mhm.
Um, it's funny actually. I watched a guy come out of a cafe the other day licking an ice cream, and his son followed behind him, and then his dad just turned around, walked back in without saying anything to his son, and his son just turned around and followed him, and it just made me realise that that's what people do. Like, people don't do what people say; people do what people do. So if you're not pursuing your dreams, you've got no right to expect anyone around you to be doing the same. So
Mm.
I'm learning so much about about just about everything. But anyway, back to my story. So obviously I work in a factory. We build thousands of cars every day. Not one of us can afford one. But I was there over the years, like 6 years, like cars just kept coming. There's an abundance, you know, there's abundance. And I tried different routes, bodybuilding, football, but then dropped straight back into my comfort zone, you know. And I just got to a point where I had enough. I felt very anxious, very low on confidence, very depressed. I got to a very dark place. I just decided that to have enough, really. You know, I didn't have anyone around me to support me. I didn't know whether I was doing the right thing or not. I just sort of decided to change my life. That's when I put some like motivational thing in me, and it was Earl Nightingale called the Stranger's Secret, and he said, "You become what you think about," and that changed my life, man. It changed my life. He said, if you write on a card like a financial goal, etc., and just think about that, read it every day, and I started doing it. Just I didn't tell anyone. I was just sort of like, you know, just like didn't tell anyone, and all of a sudden I started thinking of ways to make money, and then I found a guy called Bob Proctor, and then I started a traditional business, and it was a dessert business. My money doubled within 2 months. You know, things were going really well, but I still found myself living a full, you know, working full time, living a part-time life. And there was something inside me. It just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right. I was seeking a mentor, and then I saw a video on YouTube, and it was this guy in network marketing, and he was driving a Ferrari, and I was like, he said he made like £5,000 in a day, and I was like, wow, this is for me, man. This is for me. So I jumped straight in. And this wasn't this company, by the way. It was a previous company, and obviously I'm very ambitious. I've been studying personal development. I'm like, I want to move, man. So I reached up to my upline. And he said, no, I said, sorry, can you sort of mentor me if I come down to London and see you? And he was like, no, because you're not paying the high membership, that's not going to happen. I was like, okay, cool. So it made me very skeptical about this. You know, I dropped back into my comfort zone, into like traditional business. But I just sort of had enough, man. I got to a point of working like, you know, 13, 14-hour days, really like slugging it out. I was the only one around me still developing, studying business. I had really big dreams. And it seemed that even other business owners had smaller dreams than me, and I was at the very start of my journey, I was in a really confused state. And then a guy reached out to me on Instagram saying that he works with Leader Proctor, and I was just like, I saw like I was still delivering desserts at the time, so like I pulled over, and I was like, what you know, what are you doing? He was like, I'm in network marketing, and I was like, oh no.
Not one of those again.
And I was like, no. But then he introduced me to a guy called Darren Gibson, and Darren, you know, I spoke to Darren, and he flies on Bob's jets and stuff like that. And he's actually out here now in the UK, actually mentoring me one-on-one. I mean, he's been flown out, you know, by Linda to help me build the business. So I'm very grateful for that. And that just shows you the difference in mentorship. Like, and since then, my life has gone from taking two steps forward to one step back to just constantly taking steps forward now. And I'm very grateful. Like, I'm very grateful. And I've met people like yourself. We just get to like share stories from across the world. I get to spread the love of personal development, and because that's my passion now, to really like spread that, you know, the importance of it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, that's my story.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing. And how has other than the mentorship, which sounds incredible, what you've experienced so far, you know, how has the product helped your life? Especially as a bodybuilder, I'd really like you to maybe touch on that a bit.
Yeah. I mean, because I used to, like, I did bodybuilding. I got to a point where I did, you know, at a competitive level, got myself on stage, won a trophy. So I was using protein brands that, you know, that the shops were like handing to me to like promote and stuff like that, and I was using them. But I don't know, I always had like a bloated feeling, you know. But since using like Zejas, obviously it's like soy-free, gluten-free. The taste of it's incredible. To say exactly the same amount of protein as you get in like a standard protein shake, and there's no bloatedness. There's no bloatedness. And the super mix, I mean, I say, you know, I speak to some people about it. I'm like, it's genuinely the healthiest drink on the planet. Like, it genuinely is. You can Google it. You know, it's so. Yeah, I mean, I hand it out. I mean, a lot of my family struggle with health in previous times, and I always just hand out the products now, and they love them, and they're constantly asking me for more sachets. My dad actually texted me earlier saying I need some more super mix. So yeah, look, the products are life changing, all of them. which is just a massive additional bonus to the whole movement. Really, it's a big bonus.
Oh, absolutely. So if you had, I'm gonna ask you one more question, then let you go.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that you would want every man, because we are talking to the men right now,
Yeah.
so that they know that, you know, this is a safe company, a safe type of business for men to jump into. So what would be the one thing that you would want every man to know, that might be watching this now? By the way, if you are watching this now, please drop where you're from. Let us know that you're live, or if you're watching the replay, drop a replay. But what would you let them know, and what do you think they have to know?
They have to know that, first of all, in order to reach a level of success which you can't even imagine, you need to be around bigger dreaming people. You can also do whatever you want with this business. It's you haven't, you know, obviously there's proven strategies, etc., but you can run it and use it and make it look as attractive as you want to. And yeah, man, like I mean, I believe the biggest thing a man can do for his family is make a few sacrifices, invest in yourself, and pursue your dreams. The biggest man a man can do. So that's what I'm doing. I don't do this for me. I do this for my family. I do this to free my family and to make the world a better place. That's why I do it. It's the biggest thing a man can do. I'm very skeptical about people who don't. I'm very skeptical about people who don't like that. I feel very passionate about it. So yeah.
That's fair. I think that is incredible. So thank you for that. I think that is great advice. Anything else you would like to leave us with before we move on to Darrell?
No, that's it really. I just think that focus on what you want. Don't think about the how. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Life's good. Everything's good. Be grateful for everything.
Absolutely. Awesome. Okay.
Cool.
Jake, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I am thankful that you reached out to me a couple of weeks ago, and I look forward to working with you further.
For sure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Hi, Richard. All right. So again, thank you. That was some amazing advice. I hope you guys are getting great value.
Darrell on now. Now Darrell Anholt.
Is Canadian, and he is joining me from his ranch, from his farm in Alberta, and he's got his grandkids around today. Saw them earlier as he was out on the farm doing stuff. And sorry, I just heard a noise. I want to go make sure my child is good. So we're just gonna go on a little tour here. So Darrell is an incredible mentor that has been part of my journey for a while. There he is. You good? You want to say hi?
Hi.
All right. Okay, stay here. Okay. Hi, Darrell. How are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Hey, Lorene. Okay, so Darrell Anholt, he is a diamond in our business, and I'm going to let him share his story. He's got a significant story, and I'm definitely going to let him share that with us. And I'm really excited to have you on. This is Darrell's first live, and so thank you so much for being here, Darrell. Please share with us a little bit about your story, how you got started in this. And I'd love you to share why you continue doing this, even though you have a job, you have your farm, and you also work in the oil fields. So please let us know why you continue on as well.
Okay, well, I appreciate the opportunity to come on here. Like Laura Lee said, this is my first live. You know, in a day of technology, I'm a little bit behind here, but it just goes to show anybody can do this. Absolutely. My story, I think, is quite a bit like most. You know, in my past, I'll just kind of run through where I've been. You know, in my younger years, I had a pro hockey career. I owned a ranch throughout, and I've been in the oil patch now for 31 years. And you know, my dad instilled in me be the first one to work, the last one to leave, and the hardest guy working there that day, and you'll move ahead. You know, and that proved true for my hockey career. You know, and in the oil patch, I realized a welder was a guy who got paid a lot, so I become one. And I noticed a consultant made about the same, but he was a lot warmer in the winter, sitting in a nice warm truck, so I become one. And you know, I've pretty good for my family, I believe. I think they'll agree with that. They've had a great life, but I've had a life away from my family because the oil field takes you away. You don't get to be home. You know, some are lucky enough. Yeah, so that's kind of it in a nutshell. So when I was up working up north, I had a friend who thought enough of me to share an opportunity with me. I've never been a doctor guy. I've never taken pills. I touch wood. You know, I've had good health outside of the injuries that I've caused myself having fun. And with that being said, with hockey and everything involved, at a young age, I was living in an old body just from the war wounds. So when my buddy shared Moringa with me, in the first few days, it was incredible. I didn't say a word to anyone because I thought it was just in my head that I wanted to feel good. Day 3, 4, I mean, I couldn't. It wasn't in my head. It just got better and better. And day 10, I was so darn excited that I had to tell somebody. I know a lot of people that were in the same shape as me, guys I played for years with throughout hockey, I worked with in the oil patch. I just knew guys. And so I've called 12 people, my sister being the first one, and a bunch of hockey buddies, oil field friends. And I just said, you know, I come across this tree, a ground up tree is what my buddy told me it was. And I said, I'm taking it. It works for me. Maybe it'll work for you. And that's when they said, what is it? I said, a ground up tree. What does it taste like? Better than Buckley's. That's the 2 sentences I used because that's all I knew. All 12 people asked to get some because they were in the same shape as me. They wanted some. And it worked for me. So they wanted to try it. I phoned my friend back because I didn't know how to get it. He called the 12 people. They got product. And from that point on, I could not stop this thing. 2 weeks later, the company sent me a check. And I thought they didn't know much about this business. You know, I knew you had to show up to go get paid. So I called the company and said that they sent money back that wasn't owed to me. And they told me that, did you talk to this person? And I said, yes, I did. He said, we pay you to share information, not sell product. And you know what? It hit me right then, man. I've been doing things wrong for 30 years. This company paid me to share something good with some family and friends that I did with no intentions of making money. So as we got into this a little bit further, they keep talking about a peak pass and a plug and invitation, presentation, validation. When I look back, that's exactly how it worked for me. A friend of mine got some product to me. I tried it. I phoned some people. I was excited about it. Didn't know nothing about it. And then I passed them to my upline, who actually showed them how to get some. So with that being said, that's 7 years ago, little in February. You know, I still, to this day, we can't stop it even if we tried, because everyone that tries the products gets positive results.
Mm-hmm.
And on it goes.
Absolutely. Now, Darrell, you still work both your farm, you still have that, and you also still work the oil fields consultant position. So, and I know you're making significant money within our business from those first 12 people. So why do you continue working?
Well, you know what? It's I was kind of raised to work, so it's a little tough to get out of your blood, but that's where there's people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? This has completely changed my life, changed my health, given me a financial, it's been awesome as well. I've been able to pick and choose when I go to work. But I know hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people out there that are just starting out in the oil patch. They're going to have the same thing as me, like a life away from their family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Galen and me, we just want to pay it forward.
Mm-hmm.
And let as many people as we know about this company and the opportunity and the benefits it provides everybody. I mean, everybody wants something different. You know what? There's lots of people that if they could get a couple $100 extra a week, that's huge for them. That's all they want. There's other guys want 500, 1,000, 10,000. You can have whatever you want. It's what you put in. There's lots of people that just want their health, nothing else more. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Where people get in where they fit in, and they can get what they want out of it. But it's just, I take it that it's my obligation to share it with people. And out there on the job site, I'm with, I have 100, 50 to 200 people working for me every day. And
Mm-hmm.
they would much rather be at home, so I share it with them.
Absolutely. I just want to make a point real quickly. I think you definitely choose to work versus need to work. And I think a lot of people out there would love to have that situation for themselves. Being in that space to choose when you work and what you work versus having to go into a job that you might hate or not want to be at, or maybe you don't mind your job, but going when you're told to go in and you don't get to choose. That's a big game changer for people when they get to choose.
That's it. That's the mouthful right there. You know what? When a guy had to go to work every single day, and I mean, believe in the oil patch as well, it's not a 9 to 5, 5-day a week deal. It's 7 days a week, 13, 14-hour days. I know that was my choice to get into it because of the finances you get back out of it. But when you have to go to work, when you have to get up in the morning and you got to be there, it does get old. It gets old real fast. Since I've had this opportunity come along 7 years ago, I got the safety net. I pick and choose. I get phone calls. I say no, not interested. I actually look for the jobs, wait for the jobs that are close to home, because I found that when I'm out in the job site, that's when I'm building my ZJ business the most, because I'm around people, and I'm around people that want to get out of that 7-day a week thing and get back home, right? And it works well together.
Good. I love it. I thank you so much for being on with me today. And I made a note here. You said that you simply share. And so for the people that are watching, I'd love it if you dropped a 1 in the comments. If you have ever, out of the goodness of your heart, because you've loved something, shared your favorite cell phone, shared your favorite movie and told people to go see it in theater, or shared your favorite restaurant or favorite foods or anything like that. So drop a 1 in the comments if you have shared. And I want to know, did you ever get paid for doing so? I really want to stress this. Now, Darrell, I know you're a really busy man and it's a Sunday. I'm sure you're enjoying your family and your grandkids, but would you mind just touching real quickly on residual income and the power of that?
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what's not residual income first, and that's what I've been doing for 31 years in the oil patch. Is every day we go to work at a job, we get paid for our services rendered. If you don't go to work, you don't get paid.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first started, I mean, it's an exact example of residual money.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to 12 people and shared information with them because of what it was doing for me. And that's all I did. I shared information with them. Every one of them, 12 people, bought some product from the company. So I got a commission on that product that they bought.
Mm-hmm.
And every month, the thing with our products is in our house alone, I mean, it's the first grocery money we spend every month. It's the first food that we buy every month. That's the difference it's made for us. So every month people will buy that and they'll continue to buy it and continue, and the people they share. So residual money is something you start and get paid forever. I'm sure everybody on here knows who Elvis Presley is, right? Elvis went into the recording studio and recorded Heartbreak Hotel once only. He didn't have to go there every day. Every time you heard it on the radio, it wasn't him singing it. It was a recording. He has made more in the last 40 years since he's passed away than he did when he was alive from that one time in a recording studio. That is residual money. He recorded it once. He got paid as long as he was alive, and his estate has been getting paid since. It's a lot better than going to work every day to get paid.
Oh, yes.
All you got to do is get something started, and away it goes.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
That's what ZJ has to offer.
Absolutely. That's incredible. Thank you. Now, just before I let you go, Darrell, is there anything that you think that every man, since we're talking to the men out there. I have a ton of men followers, men that go to work every day, just like you, that are looking for a way to change their life. Is there anything that you want them to know about this type of business, about our industry, about our business and what we do?
Well, you know what? It's my dad instilled in me work hard, work hard, work hard. You know, and I mean, I think that people, you know, and I mean, everyone tries to give our employer, give our work site everything we have to earn our money. But you know what? This industry has taught me how to work smarter, not harder. Right? Like, I mean, we make money just talking with people. That's a lot smarter than, you know, calluses and breaking fingers and working. It's it might not be what people think as a big macho job, but you know what? I've kind of been that guy my whole life, and I've never backed down from anything. But it didn't make my paycheck any bigger.
Oh.
You know what? It's when I realized this happened here, when they send me that money for sharing information to friends, bang, I'm in, I'm all in. I took a dive in the deep end of the pool. Work smarter, not harder.
Yes, I love it. Please drop a 2 in the comments if you've ever heard work smarter, not harder, but maybe you just didn't know how to do that. So please drop it too. I think you've made some incredible, given some incredible knowledge here. And I want to thank you so much for joining me today, Darrell. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate your leadership and your mentorship. You've been a big part of my business, so thank you so much.
Well, you know what? I want to let you know too. I want to thank you for everything you're doing, Laura Lee. You're a leader. You're a leader among leaders, and yeah, you showed me how to do it live today. So I appreciate and thank you very much for that. What you're doing, and what we will see you at the top. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you, Darrell. I appreciate that. Okay.
You have a great day. Hopefully.
Sorry, Darrell, you're breaking up on us there. We didn't really hear anything you just said. You're frozen. Are you back?
Can you hear me now?
I think so. I think that's better.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm here to help anyone and everybody. You know what? If you don't know how to get a hold of me and you know how to get a Laura Lee, and I can help in any way, by all means, go through Laura Lee to get my information. That's what we do here. We're a team.
We're a team.
There's no individuals here, because you can't win in this industry doing it by yourself. It is 1,000% a team game.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm just part of the team, just like everybody else. The only difference between me and you, or me and you guys who have started, is I started earlier. That's it. That's it.
Thank you.
Other than that, you bet.
Thank you. All right. Well, you enjoy your grandkids there, sir. And again, I am so grateful you joined me today, and for all that you do as a leader, and Gayleen for that matter. So you guys both have a beautiful day. And thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely. Bye now.
Bye. All right. So, wow, thank you everybody who's dropping comments. If you have been maybe just joining,
let me know where you are, who you are. Are you part of our company? Are you part of a company? Do you have questions? Anything like that? Drop it in the comments. I have one more guest. His name is Mike. I met him last year at our summit, our convention, which is coming up here right away at the beginning of next month. And he came and stayed with me in January, and he completely changed the way I look at my business, and he completely changed my business, to be honest, and how I work my business. And I have a lot of gratitude towards him. He gave me a ton of skills to move forward with my team, which I have been able to pay forward as well to my team, with helping them develop their why, or discover their why on that deeper level, not just the shallow level that we often hear people saying, this is why I'm doing it, here's a picture of my child. No, there's a whole lot more underneath that, and he helped me dig deep into that. And he's always there to help and to help other people, and we have nothing to do with each other's business. Same with Jake and I. We have nothing to do with each other's businesses, but that is the power of teams like this that are there for you, to help you, to move you forward. They genuinely want to see you succeed. And so I'm going to bring Mike on right now. He's from London, England, but he is in Vegas enjoying the strip, and it's his birthday. So if you're watching, please drop a happy birthday, Mike, in the comments, because it is his birthday today. There he is. Hi, Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Very well. Just recovering from last night's antics. It was very fun. It was my 30th birthday, so I lost my voice, but I'm still here. It's all good.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for joining. I know you've had some time within this type of industry. You've been with our company for about a year, I believe, correct?
Yeah, a little over a year. That's right.
Yeah, but you have had success in other network marketing companies. So I would like you to share your story, please, your story um, with network marketing, and also your story with our product, if you would, please.
For sure. Well, thank you very much for inviting me on first and foremost. Uh, I mean, with me, myself personally, I've always been someone that's been raised within corporate. Thank you guys. My mother raised me to to work hard, to be very respectful, and to be the best that I can be. And something that this industry had gripped me was where I was working in corporate. Fair enough, yes, when you do work your way up, you have to be better than the rest. But that was for me half the problem, because it wasn't necessarily fulfilling for me. What I mean, for the fulfillment side of it, where I see in this industry I can help people, I can better people, I can give the information, the knowledge, and everything that I have, I can give and pass down to other people. I wouldn't necessarily do that in corporate, because in corporate you want to be better than the rest. You want to have one up on your peers, right? So for me, it didn't really relate to me. Hence the reason why I had the allure towards exactly what this industry has, um, and what it can unlock for you. I mean, I'm not gonna say that that it's the best, but it's better than the rest, and it's better than the majority. And only because it allows you to unlock a whole lot of options for you. And I'm all about having options and having that freedom to have those options within the industry
Absolutely.
myself. Thank you. Within the industry myself, I've known about the industry, and I've been in the industry for somewhere in the region of about 10 to 11 years. I've seen very good success in some previous companies. For the product side of things, it's incredible. What it's done for me is insane. It may sound really strange. People in the UK, I've not had a cold for 3 years. And it may sound strange to other people wherever you're watching, maybe, but from a health standpoint, it has really changed the game for me, and that's something that I'm very passionate to pass down.
Incredible. And what I think you primarily have a team of males, do you not?
Slightly changing now, but yes,
Mhm.
yes,
So,
absolutely.
what do you think is really important for males to know about our industry?
So, guys out there, okay, girls are better at this than us. That is a fact. Yeah. The fact of the matter is, 80% of women earning over 100,000 US dollars do it within this industry. Yeah. Like, there is something working here. Why don't we capture some of that? Why don't we capture some
Mhm.
of that? Okay. Yes, we are, as a humankind, we are, if whatever you believe in, the universe, God, whatever it may be, we are the highest form of creation. Okay. I'm sitting here at the Mandalay Bay right now. I've got a really nice view. I don't know if you guys can see of that's McCarran International Airport. I've been watching flights take off all day, and I've come to realize, man, like we've come so far. If you go back 120 years and tell people you're going to go and bend metal and make it fly, people will call you crazy. And that's one of the main modes of transport for today. It's insane what we can do when we really put our minds to it, guys. So I'm there to beat ladies, man. Like, I'm game. I'm down.
Yeah, he's not kidding. Women, we do excel in this industry, and it's one of the industries that we do excel in, and it is a primarily dominant female industry. I mean, I don't know how many men, like I said earlier, are going around selling makeup or wraps or there's a couple other companies that I know for sure most men probably wouldn't be touching, doing home parties with stuff. So, I don't think there's a ton of men that realize that this might be a company that they could jump into. So why would men, and I think we have a lot of men in our company, so why would men join us?
Let me give you two reasons. Number one, whatever it is that you want in life, you can achieve it by using a vehicle to go towards that. Now, whether it's this or whether it's something else, make sure you're working on a plan B alongside your plan A to go after what it is you can get. Okay, because you can do whatever you want with the time that you have, but time is limited. Okay, and time is only limited by what it is that you do and the options that you choose for yourself. Now, for me personally, I decided to make a change in some of the things that I wanted to do. And in that, it's unlocked, like I said, those options that I was talking about earlier. And that's sort of, just touching on the first point really quickly. Definitely, please hit me up if you do want more information for that. Number two, okay, so when you speak to ladies, when you come at a lady, okay, with an option, right? And you go, listen, I I'm not big into makeup myself. I obviously don't put makeup on, etc., etc. But I have something that can replace potentially 6 or 7 things that are in your makeup bag. Would you be interested in hearing it out? They always say yes. Thank you, Lorraine. Sorry. They're always willing to hear it out. As soon as they apply some of what we have and they see the benefit and they see the instant result, it is incredible. It is incredible. They're like, what is this stuff? What is this? Why have I not heard of it before? And that's the simple reason is because someone wanted to put it in the hands of the people to share through word of mouth, and that's it. The power of word of mouth is incredible, absolutely incredible. This is a multitude of different businesses, all squashed together. Okay, this is like a franchise, this is like a store, this is like a commercial, but we're running the show. The people are running the show. Okay, it's not the corporates or the franchising, etc., that are making the money. We've got a 50-50 relationship. We've got a true partnership with who we're working with. And for me personally, when I hit someone up to say, I would love for you to try something out, or I'd love for your mum or for your sister or whoever it may be to try something out. Once they try it and send them a video as well. Once you try it, it's, oh man, it's crazy when they come back to me and say, you know what, this has really worked for my baby. Their baby crown's gone. It's, this is the best stuff ever. Or whether it's, like a 12, 13-year-old girl that's starting off her adult life, but is starting to sort of like break out in acne and stuff. It's just really hitting on her self-esteem, etc., etc. When their parents come back at us and say, man, you've breathed a new lease of life into my girl, like that fulfillment that I was talking about earlier, that's where it's at, and that's the reason why I share what I share.
I love the passion. And you're right. And I've seen his passion at work, like sharing how to use some of our product last year. That was my first, meeting of him, is him sharing the product to people that didn't know, and teaching how to use it. And there's great passion there. And there's, this business can change your life. And I think we all know people that it has changed their lives. So what has this industry done to impact you in the greatest way, Mike? Good old Wi-Fi connections. Just give it a second. So, oh, there we go. You're back.
You're back? You can see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh, you were back. Yes, the internet sometimes, that's the great thing about lives. You have to go with the flow. Again, while we're waiting for his internet to come back, I hope he heard the question I asked. If you are watching us, drop happy birthday to Mike. I'll just invite him back on here, as it is his birthday today.